Welcome back to the channel, lads. It's episode 49 of our Blackburn Rovers career mode. We're going to try and make a couple of signings in this episode. And if we get offers still for Ewood Park, I know I was talking about this in the last episode, but then he started the game against Everton. He went on to score a hat-trick in that game. That has not quite changed my mind. He still needs to do this a little bit more. But one thing for sure, two games we will play in the Champions League in this episode. We will find out whether we will finish in those automatic qualification places, and that would be in the top eight, or supposed to, finishing outside of the top eight, and that would leave us two more games in the playoffs to be able to see if we can go through to the next round via that route. But tough games in this episode, AC Milan, and we've got Leverkusen, we have got Newcastle in the Premier League that we always struggle with, and then potentially the game against Fulham to finish the episode there. Just because we're going to do one or two signings in this episode, we'll try and keep it 4 games as opposed to the 5 or 6 games that we normally play. But let's get into our first game of this episode. It's away from home. It's at the San Siro. It's a tough game for us. Ewood Park starts, who's got maybe one last opportunity to impress me in this game. Otherwise, if we get offers, I would seriously consider them. I'm surprised the San Siro is not in the game for a historical stadium like that, man. The only thing I can think of is, as we know, a lot of the Italian leagues and maybe AC Milan haven't given EA the right to include a stadium in the game. That's the only thing I can think of. They've got Rodri in that team, man. They've got Colombo and Rasmus Højlund up front for them. Two big strikers, Colombo being more of the target man, and of course we know Rasmus likes to get him behind his defenders. It's something to watch out for. Good early start here from Milan. Oh my God. No way. It's Rafael Leao, the Portuguese sensation. He scored the opener here in a game where I have said in our next 2 games, AC Milan and Leverkusen, we have got to get something out of one of these games. A win will securely put us in the top 8 from one of those games, but it's not a good start. It's not a good start as well here, man. Colombo back to Rasmus in the box. Is he going to shoot? No, he's decided to tear. Rafael Leao, though. Oh, Enzo Fernandez. They've got some really tiny players. They've got Rodri in this team as well. Rodri and Fernandez. We are struggling right now, man. It's been all AC Milan. We have played quite well in the Champions League this season. Take nothing away from this team. Get in. And who else? Again, it's Valterberger, our Champions League sensation right now. It looks like he likes to score in the Champions League. And a hat-trick against Borussia Dortmund. He scored another one here. What a sensational player we've got in our hands there. I mean, I did not think he would do this well in the box-to-box midfield and position. We're quite... No way. No. Come on. Stay focused and defend this one first. We force them back to Kimmich. To Diaby. He's managed to turn his man. Diaby on his right foot, on his left foot. Or that was his right foot, rather. And Milan going 2-1 up here. That's poor defending, man. I thought as soon as it went into his left foot here, he was going to shoot. But he's just turned me. And it's still his left foot. That's a goal. That's a goal that we could have avoided, to be honest, by being a little bit close to the attacking player, maybe. We know he's a good player. We know he's got pace. We know he's got flair. We just have to wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. He just didn't have the pace to get away from his man there. Excellent defending. It's a naughty good start to the second half. Yeah, referee's going to play advantage. I'm sure that will be a yellow card later. Cross into the box. It's been dealt with. And AC Milan on the break here. Moussa Diaby driving forward. The number 17. He scored the second goal for them. He's so good. He's so quick. You just can't keep up with him. A little bit of a reverse pass here to Rasmus Højlund. Back to Kimmich. They're keeping hold of the ball quite well now. Oh, it'll be so disappointing if we concede the third there. We're not going to do that. I'm trying to remain so focused here on on a game as important like this, where a victory, even a point, would be so good for us. The crossbar is been smashed, and I think that was Rashmush. Couldn't tap that one home. That's the yellow card for Theo Hernandez for that tackle from on Zanotti earlier on in the second half. Come on. Come on, it's now or never, Morgan Gibbs White. It's now or never, son. Trying to play a little dig pass there over the top to Joao Pedro, who's made a good run on the box. But it just wasn't to be. It wasn't our best performance. It wasn't our best performance. They've got so many good players in this team. They absolutely dominated us from start to finish. We got maybe that one opportunity that we scored from, but that was it. Other than that, we didn't really create much in this game. Looks like Ainsley Pearce will be playing his football at Southampton next season. Less than 6 months left on his contract. He's allowed to sign pre-contract agreement with a different team, and he's done just that. Good luck to him at Southampton next season. Before we go into this game against Newcastle, actually, I'm going to try and bring in one or two players. One of the positions that we want to strengthen, of course, it's that box-to-box midfield role. We've got a few offers there for Ethan Carney, a player that I want to loan out, but there's a few loan offers, transfer offers there for him. I'm going to reject all three of those. Manchester City in for him as well. I mean, for £6.9 million, I don't want to sell him just yet. I think he'll benefit from a season-long loan. Hence, I'm going to reject all of those offers. But Diamonde, swap deal with Tottenham for James Maddison and £11.4 million. As much as I like James Maddison, I think he's a really good player. But we have got Morgan Gibbs-White in that number 10 position, and it doesn't make sense doing that swap deal, especially how important Diamonde is for this team. I'm going to reject that one, of course. But anyway, we've got Hugo Larsson, who is the player that I'm leaning toward Hugo Larsson right now. His physical is like really good. Defensive awareness as well is solid. He's got excellent finishing, excellent dribbling. His short and long passing are fantastic. And 84 rated. He's just going to slot in that right-sided box-to-box midfield position role for us. We've also got Elliot Anderson, who is another player that I have considered in that position. He looks really good as well, but 83 rated and 25 years of age. We scouted Gravenberch playing for Marseille at the moment, but I think is more of a centre defensive midfielder. Oh my God, look at those technicals, man. That is just insane. But unfortunately, I think he's more of a centre defensive midfielder and slightly more expensive than what I'm looking to spend in that position. I'm going to be going for Larsson here, the 84 rated centre midfielder. I think is going to offer us a lot. But between 53 and 66 million pounds, that is a lot of money. I don't think I'll be willing to pay that much for him. 40 million pounds here is a good place to open this offer. His market value is 46 million pounds. I feel like we've wasted your time for 40 million pounds. That's only 6 million pounds less than his market value. That is an absolute joke, but we will come back for him. I don't think I want to go for anyone else, but 40 million pounds, they have found out an insulting offer. That is just crazy. One of the positions that I'm also looking to strengthen is that centre-back position. And Malik Cho is the player that I've scouted for over a year now. He's been in our shortlist. We tried to approach him in the summer, but Brentford thought we needed to pay almost £50 million to get the deal done, which of course I refused to pay that amount at that time. But 84 rated, 26 years of age, 6'4" as well. I think is the perfect profile for that right centre back position. I'm going to try and get this deal done for roundabout his market value here, £37 million. Let's see what Brentford says. They're asking for £51 million again. This is an absolute joke. I'm willing to go a little bit to £40 million, but not much more than that. Okay, £45 million. Now we're talking. We can work with that. Now let's add a little cheeky 10% sell-on clause there, as well as repeat the £40 million. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to remove that sell-on clause and stick to the 40 million. Oh my God. This is not working, is it? This is not working. We will have to add the 10% sell-on clause. as well as the 40 million pounds there. I mean, I hope that's enough to get this deal done. I think we have slightly overpaid here, but if we can get the actually 42.5 million pounds, you know what? We're slightly overpaying, but it is what it is. That's how much it will cost you to get a really good centre back these days. Let's get the deal done. Let's not waste too much time. 70k a week, and I'm not willing to break that wage structure. He's on 90k a week. He's gonna have to come down on his wages here, and it's £200,000 signing on bonus. It is a reasonable offer. I thought they would have come back and asked for a little bit more, but excellent deal for us. The fact that he's come down on his wages is fantastic. We're offering him Champions League football and an opportunity to fight for the Premier League this season, as opposed to finishing mid-table with Brentford. So taking a wage cut, it does sound a little bit reasonable. It looks like we will have to wait a little bit longer to see our new signing, maybe off the bench against Newcastle, or maybe we will just completely ignore him for this game. It looks like he's just played a day before we have signed him for Brentford and from Brentford, which makes him short on stamina, short on fitness to start a game like this against Newcastle. So we will have to wait a little bit longer, but I really do think we've signed a good player there. Now, this is a game that always has both teams to score written all over it. It's exactly the same as when we face Brentford. You're guaranteed both teams to score. Let's take a look. Newcastle have got De Gregio in goal, Christensen, Ibrahima Konate. They got Milinkovic, Alexander Isak, Anthony Gordon. It's a very, very good team for them. They've got Ferland Mendy as their left back, which I think has been there for a couple of seasons now, hasn't he? And of course, Pedri, who they signed for the big bucks in the summer transfer window from Manchester United. They are a really good side, but of course, we know the pace of Anthony Gordon from that left-hand side, and the flair, the finishing ability of Alexander Isak up front. He just makes things stick for them, doesn't he? That is not the pass I was looking for, but we quickly win it back, only to give it away again. Both teams struggling to keep possession right now in the opening 5 minutes of this game or so. Whatever you do, do not let Gordon make that run in behind. Nice little bit of play here from Alexander Isak going for it, but it's off target. It's a shaky start from both teams, I've got to say. Oh my God, can we put two passes together in this game, man? It's been 35 minutes, and every time we just give stupid possession away. That is excellent defending from Koulibaly. Could this be the one, though? Can we put two passes together at least? Here we go. Keep going. Oh, he's been completely taken out. Diomande there been completely taken out by Milinkovic-Savic, who is going to get on the yellow card. Out wide, make the run. Come on, make the run. Oh, I didn't make the run that I was hoping for, but he can still put a cross in the box here to the far post. Joao Pedro is never going to win those. I was going to control with Diomande and pull the trigger, but his touch was so bad there. That's unlike him, though. His touch is the most all-rounded player that we have got in this team. He's so rounded. His touch good. His physicals are just excellent. His technicals are really, really good. But on that occasion, his touch is just letting down. It's not often that we have got to say that. Adam Wharton. It'd be nice for him to get his first goal, isn't it? And what a game it will be for him to get his first goal as well. An important game where a victory here for us keeps us still in the top of the league. Oh! I've just mentioned what a game it will be for him to score his first goal. And he's gone for a long-range effort, only to smash the crossbar. Body on his left foot. Get in! We get a goal that we deserve in the second half. It was all Newcastle in the first half, but we took matters into our own hands in the second half, moving the ball quite nicely, smashed the crossbar with Adam Wharton, but that time it's an assist for Christopher Lund Hansen on his left foot. Johan Bonny, in you go. Well, that was a good goal for him as well. He's scoring a little bit more now, as opposed to about 5 or 10 games before he scored that hat-trick against Everton. He did struggle. He went on a very long goal drought. That's a good save. Although Newcastle have dominated this game in terms of possession and probing around our box a little bit, they haven't really created much. they haven't created much. That is maybe their first or second shot on target in this game, which it's not really good, is it, for their standards? This has been one of our most complete performance defensively. At the start, I said this is a both team to score game. It could well still be that, but at the moment, we're doing really well to hang on. It's another good save. Oh, what a save that was from Bazunu. That is two good saves he's made in the second half now. We've made some substitutions there, bringing on a little bit of height just before the corner. I mean, we've brought in the likes of 1J1, who's a centre-back by trade, but playing as a right-back, he's got that height as well. We need that to defend these corners right now. We've defended the first one. We've got the second corner to deal with here. Koulibaly just about done enough there. Not Koulibaly, it was Flamingo who came on. I believe it was... Oh, no. Oh, no, Koulibaly with the block. Oh, I can't believe we almost gave it away there. I do not know what I was thinking about. Just about 30 seconds to go. Rather than keep hold of the ball with the goalkeeper, we decided to try to go for one more goal. But luckily, Koulibaly was at the right place at the right time to make that last second block. Who knows what could have happened there. But fantastic victory for us. 3 points, I'll take it all day. I don't understand. It's so important that we get a positive result against Leverkusen. And we might even need to win that game to guarantee finishing in the top 8. I hope that's not the case. There's only 3 points separating teams between 2nd and 9th right now on the group table, I believe. And you don't understand. I'll show you in a second why I'm trying to stress this out, why we need a positive result in this game. Okay, if you take a look at the top 8 right now, you've got Manchester City who will go through, but between Aston Villa and Dortmund, only 3 points separating those teams. Even up to 9th, Bologna, only 3 points separating them. But look at the teams outside of the top 8 right now. Real Madrid, Sporting Lisbon, you've got Leverkusen, you've got Milan, you've got Bayern Munich, you have got Chelsea, who, by the way, we have lost to this season. You've got Juventus, you've got Liverpool as well. So if we don't finish in the top 8, we could face one of those teams in the playoffs, and it's going to be really, really tough for us. We could be knocked out of the group stage or the group stages of the Champions League, but hopefully we can get a positive result here. I think we can do it, Leverkusen are a good side, but I do think we've got a chance here. We didn't get a result at San Siro in our last Champions League outings, a result that we desperately needed, but we have to do it here in front of the home fans. A draw might be enough. We could still lose the game and still go through, but we will have to rely on other teams to do the job for us. It's much better if we win this game, so we don't have to rely on anyone. It's a very good team there from Leverkusen. They've got the likes of Granit Xhaka still in that team. They have re-signed Kai Havertz. I have said this before. It's a save where so many teams are bringing back their old players. Chelsea have brought back Tomori at some point, and Brighton have brought back Caicedo at some point. It's a save where a lot of the teams are just bringing back their old players. It's Hoffman to Zakani, out wide to Hoffman again. It's Puerta. They've got some really good, exciting players. Let's not forget Florent Wirtz is playing up front for them, and Granit Xhaka just behind them. Sigankov. Some names in this team, man. Oh no, what a save. Sigankov with a big opportunity there. And Bazunu was equal to that at that time. Cross been dealt with. Can he keep hold of the ball? Yes, he can. Diomande, good strength there from the centre midfielder. Morgan Gibbs-White, he got the pace to get away from his man. Not really. Possession lost. It's Adam Watson. I've been so impressed with this signing. He's a player that we don't talk about. Shots blocked there from Bonnie. We don't talk about him too much because, he's not your most glamorous player, or he doesn't play in one of those glamorous positions. Swivel and shoot from Morgan Gibbs-White. And that is so unlucky. It wasn't too far away, though. it was a lot more far away than I thought. Cross, header, goalkeeper is come out in no man's land there. He's managed to get his hands on it. Cross to the far post. Oh, Valterberger have done so well there to win that header on the far post. To Monday with a chance to set us on the attack. Bonnie into Morgan Gibbs White. We're going to wait for the runner. Valterberger, who made the defensive header in the box. That is what you call a box-to-box midfielder. He made the defensive header in his own box. He made all those distance in the opponent box to get us the first goal of the game. Oh, what a player Valterberger is, man. I'm really enjoying him in that box-to-box midfield position. It's a shame, though, that I still want to bring in a midfielder. He's done so well. Oh, no, this is the second. Cross far post. Header's been blocked. Bonnie, left foot. Get in, Bonnie. It's not even his left foot. It is right foot. But what a goal. We needed that second goal for a little bit of security here. 2-0, they say, is a dangerous scoreline. Let's not forget that. But I would rather be in a position of 2-goal advantage as opposed to 1-goal advantage. What a game, man. What a game. I've had to have been forced to make these substitutions, by the way, because the players are so tired. They're really, really tired. I've taken off Koulibaly for Flamingo at the back. I've also brought in Harry Leonard in place of Bonnie, who is knackered. He's put so much effort into this game. We had to make those substitutions. It's equally as crucial that we don't concede a goal in the next few minutes here. Havertz to, oh my God, Florian Wirtz. That is the quality, though, of these players in the Champions League. We're coming up against some of the best players in the world right now. There's not much you can do about this. Look at that for a finish from Florian Wirtz. Not much you can do, man. Whilst there wasn't much that we could do to stop Wirtz from scoring that goal, the game is still in our hands here. Hannibal Mejbri, come on. You've got to do better than that. Oh my God, can you believe it? I thought he had control of that, Hannibal Mejbri. Of course not. When the AI are going to score, they are going to score. When they're going to score, there isn't much you can do. How the hell did he not win that ball back, Mejbri? I can't believe it, you know. I cannot believe it. It almost feels like we've been cheated here. He had control of the ball with his body. All he had to do was move. Oh, we could well go on and lose it here. I'm so frustrated that we conceded that goal. Gave away silly possession. Trusted to... Oh my God, can you believe it? The two former Arsenal players combining there. Trossard to Kai Havertz and to Florian Wirtz on the box, who scored himself a second goal. From 2-0 up, 20 minutes to go, we have somehow lost this game, man. It's unbelievable. This is a bottle job. We might as well, or we might have bottled finishing in the top 8 right here. I said at the start we could lose the game and still finish in the top 8, but we would rely on PSG to do us a favor. We will also rely on one other team, I believe, to lose their game. I think it was Salzburg, if I'm not mistaken. But what a bottle job this is. And luckily for us, lads, we managed to hold on to the top 8 of the Champions League group stage, finishing 7th. But that's not our own doing, though. That's only because Bologna lost to Leipzig. And also, I believe the other Red Bull side, Salzburg, lost their game to PSG. Otherwise, we would have finished outside of the top 8. As you can see, they're level on points against Salzburg, who lost their game, and Bologna just 1 point above them, and they also lost their game. So luckily for us, we've managed to hold on to the top 8, but we've got to be so much better though if we want to go as far as possible in this competition. I mean, you cannot afford to be 2-0 up with 20 minutes to go and end up losing the game. And don't get me wrong, Leverkusen are a good side. They are not the best side in the Champions League, and if they can do that to us, I mean, when we start facing the likes of Barcelona, your Manchester Cities, although Manchester City, we know one or two things about them. We have played them so many times in the league. They did smash us though in the league this season, which we've got to be much better if we do end up playing them next. Real Madrid would have to Real Madrid, Liverpool, Chelsea, AC Milan. We lost to AC Milan as well. Juventus, all of those big European teams, and Bayern Munich as well, finishing 23rd. They will have to try and go through the playoffs, but we await who we face in our next round of the Champions League. That will be really interesting to see. But in the Premier League, we're still 3 points above Manchester City going into our next game here against Fulham. That's going to be a tough game for us. Fulham are just about in that mid-table position right now. It's going to be tough. I'm still waiting. I mean, Walter Berger is telling me right now, you don't need to sign any other player in that midfield position. I can do the job. But of course, I still want to bring in Larson to strengthen the team. Like I've said, we've got to get better, especially going into the final stages of the Champions League, and bringing in one more midfielder. I really do think we will benefit from that. But at the moment, we still have to wait a little bit more before we can put in another offer for the player. But I'm going with exactly the same starting 11 as that game against Leverkusen. Hopefully, though, this time we can get the victory. I don't think I spoke about our record signing, our January transfer signing, the centre-back Malik Cho. I don't think I spoke about him in our last game. That's how good he was. He quietly and went on in his business until we took out Koulibaly. I thought that partnership between Malik Cho and Koulibaly was quite good until we had to take off Koulibaly. That's when the whole thing went wrong for us. But hopefully we can see another solid game from the centre back here. I thought he was really decent for 70 minutes into the game anyway. But you need him to do that for 90 minutes. It's a big step, and making that jump from, oh my God, Zanotti. Oh, I was a little bit surprised the amount of space that they have left for him there. I remember when we wanted to sign a right back, and I had to choose Zanotti rather than Hume, the Sunderland right back, and a couple of other options that we had purely for his finishing ability. I think he's got about 65 or 66 finishing. It's not quite high in the context of things, but it makes a slight difference, you know. What a finish that was from our right back Zanotti. To be honest, and we have seen Wang Jae-won score 1 or 2 goals like that in the past. If you have a player that have got that long range shooting and a little bit of finishing, it makes it easy to score from long distance like that. But it's a cracking goal nonetheless. Oh, what a 10! Get in, Morgan Gibbs-White. Oh, that was sharp from him. The touch was good. The defender tried to close him down there. A little bit of a shimmy to his right hand side. He's just easily got away from his man. Look at this. Little bit of shimmy. Get out my way. The finish was even better. What a goal. Out wide. Can we get the support? Is he going to make the run? I've been waiting for that run. We didn't get it, but we're moving the ball quite well here. Look at this. If we score a goal, this is Barcelona's level of tiki-taka going on here. Diamonde, get in, son. Oh, what a goal. What a goal. Probably, this is definitely our easiest game. I didn't think it was going to be this easy in this episode. Think about the AC Milans that we have played, the Leverkusen that we have played. This is a much easier game for us, and we've absolutely dominated, scoring some cracking goals as well. It's Tyrell Malacia on the left back, who the rumours going on that he could join Monaco on a season-long loan from Manchester United. I still think there's a good player in there, you know, Tyrell Malacia. He looked quite promising as Fulham pulled one back. He looked quite promising playing in the Dutch league. But then again, there's so many players from that Dutch league that don't go on to achieve their potential. A few of them do, but I have, oh my God, that's too easy. Crawford off the bench. He's got his assist. I told you, when he starts a game or comes off the bench, if he doesn't score a goal or gets an assist, it doesn't feel right. That's his 13th or 14th assist in the Premier League. Considering he doesn't play that many games, that number of assists is ridiculous. Oh, we're going to take all 3 points here. 4-1 away from home at Craven Cottage. A game where we dominated, scored some cracking goals, played some good football. The only thing that was missing is that we conceded a goal. A clean sheet here would have been the cherry on top. But of course, go in the second half of the season like this, the most important thing is that you continue to win. Doesn't matter how you win, but the 3 points is so important. Tottenham are in for our target Larson in the transfer deadline day here. Of course, we're not going to let that happen. But let's see, though, how much. £56.3 million. It looks like that offer has been accepted for Hugo Larson. We can't let that happen. We've got to go do something about that. Now, his market value, I believe, is on about £46 million. We did offer them about £40 million, which they rejected. Not good news for us. We will try and go for his market value here just to see if we can get the deal done. That is expensive. That will make him our record signing. Let's take a look, by the way. Let's just discuss how our record signing have changed seasons after seasons. Our first season, it was Dogelis and Nene, who was signed for about £1.6 million. The next season, it was Morgan Whittaker, I believe, £8.5 million. The season after that, it was Morgan Gibbs-White, I believe, with about 23 to 25 million pounds. And then this season, we have spent £42.5 million for Malik Chaw, breaking the record in the January transfer window. And we could be about to break that again. I'm going to go £46 million here, exactly his market value. Let's see what Frankfurt have to say. Okay, £51.8 million, as well as a 10% sell-on clause. Now we're talking. I'm going to go 46 again, just so they give us something without the sell-on clause. I don't want to offer a sell-on clause in this deal. £48.1 million. Okay. Looks like Tottenham have overpaid for him. I'm going to go to £46 million again. That's how much I want to get this deal done for. We have got a deal. Negotiation at its finest there. I'm surprised Daniel Levy decided to pay about £56 million for the player that we have got for £10 million less. I think our highest paid player is 70k a week right now. I'm happy to keep him on about 60k a week and a 200 or let's go 300k in signing on bonus there. He should accept that. It's a wage increase for him after all. It's a reasonable offer, and we get our second signing of the January transfer window, our record signing as well, for £46 million, 60k in wages. I do believe he will be important for us. And you can easily play in that number 10 position as well. Tottenham must be fuming right now. The fact that they had an offer for £56 million accepted, and we've got the player for £10 million less, and he's accepted to join us. That is unbelievable for them. The only thing that's remaining for us to do now in the January transfer window is either loan out Ethan Carney or sell Harrison Burrows and leave Ethan Carney with us for the remainder of the season. It's more transfer offer that we keep on getting for him. He's loan listed, but for some reason we're not getting any loan offers. Now, I did say if we get an offer for your onboarding, I will consider that offer. Not for £39 million though. Brighton, you've got to do a lot better than that. I'm willing to accept offers between 50 and 60 million pounds. Now, if they decide to pay that between 50 and 60 million pounds, I'm happy to do that deal. But it's also safe to say Brighton have rejected paying 50 to 60 million pounds for Yohan Boni, which I'm happy with that. And with 3 or so hours or 4 hours, 3 hours rather to go before the transfer deadline day ends, I think that would be it for the season. No more incomings and no more outgoings. And straight after this, we will take a look at some of the top deals and we will end the episode there. With that being our final transfer window with this team, I wanted to put the team in a strong position to go on and succeed in the future. Whoever takes over after me to have a good bunch of players, to have a good team, to at least compete for the Premier League in the next few seasons. And I believe we have achieved that, you know. I mean, you think about what Jurgen Klopp did with Liverpool before he left. He made sure that team was in a good position to go on and succeed in the future, which we're doing right now with Arne Slot, who is who has replaced Jurgen Klopp in the dugout for Liverpool. But look at that team. Look at that midfield four of Adam Wharton, Diamonde. You've got our new signing Larson and Morgan Gibbs White. They're all going to get better. Every single player in the team right now is at least 81 rated, which they're all going to get better. And that's the scary part of this. On the bench, you've got the likes of Walter Berger, Hannibal Mejbri, some good players. Flamingo is only going to get better on the bench. Think about the reserves as well. Not a very big squad, but you've got the likes of Daniel coming back from his injury pretty soon, which is going to even further improve that team. But let's take a look at some of the deadline day signings here. You've got Bjorn Meyer, £26 million. Really, really good left back. 6'4", I believe as well. 6'3". I mean, it's one of those players that if you haven't had the opportunity to use on the game just yet, he's an absolute unit. For me, my favorite position for him is the left-sided centre-back position. He's an absolute unit. He's a beast of a player, you know. But you've got Kusunu for £72 million, Velasco there to Sporting Lisbon, Diakite to Brentford. Decent signing there for Brentford. Oh my God, some free agents as well. A lot of free agents in the deadline day have been signed. But anyway, smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one. Our next game is the FA Cup, and we have got a very good draw there against Wrexham, and I cannot wait for that game. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.